Hey, what's going on, you guys? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. I hope you all are doing well. Today, what I want to talk about is I actually want to take a look back, right? I've done this kind of series that I guess you can call it a series I've been doing throughout this year where I talked about my favorite releases out of Q1 of 2025. So that would have been January, February, March. And then I did my top 10 favorite releases from Q2 of 2025, which would be April, May, June. So I figured it's a little late to this, but let's talk about my 10 favorite releases from Q3 of 2025, which would be July, August, and September. So these are going to be my 10 titles that released within those 3 months of 2025. And then, of course, all of these will be linked down below if they are still available for you guys to go ahead and pick up if you guys want to grab some. But there's no particular order with these. I have them stacked here, and I'm just going to kind of go ahead and grab the first one that's in the stack. This first one right here, this was actually a studio release, and it's a steelbook. And this one, when this was announced, everybody was so excited for this one. A lot of people have been wanting this for quite a while, and the version of this film that we got is one that has kind of been talked about, and we've always wanted, and we never gotten it until now. And we're talking about Tom Savini's remake of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Now, what makes this one so special to me? Well, one, you're getting the new, I think they called it the uncensored cut in this. I did reviews for a lot of these. I'll link those down below. But as far as this one, they did a brand new uncensored cut where the whole opening sequence is in black and white as a nod to the original Night of the Living Dead. And it looks really good. And there's a new audio commentary in here with Tom Savini that I think is just... I absolutely love the audio commentary that they decided to add to this. And this thing is loaded with really, really good special features. And so Sony did a standout job with this release. Really hope that a lot of the other big studios out there that put out physical media releases will take note and start to put this kind of loving care into their releases. But anyways, that's going to be my number 10 pick. Like I said, it's not in any particular order, just the first one I grabbed. So we're going to call this number 10. We've got Night of the Living Dead. Number 9. This one, I did a review on. It was a first-time watch for me, and this is from Vinegar Syndrome, and not a lot of people talked about it. Guys, I think this is a really, really great film, and we're talking about Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Now, why did I pick this one? Because I was so impressed with this release. The special features in here are great, but I just really, really, really enjoyed the film. The way it doesn't really answer all the questions there at the end, it kind of leaves it open-ended, open to your interpretation. Jessica in the film, is everything that's happening to her really happening, or is she still a little crazy throughout the whole film? It's a take on the film The Turn of the Screw, and I found that so fascinating, guys. Definitely check this out if you haven't. And if you have seen it and it's been a while, give it another shot. But anyways, that's my number 9 pick. Let's Scare Jessica to Death from Vinegar Syndrome. Guys, number 8, this one is from Imprint Films. And this is one of my favorite boxing movies. And when I say one of my favorites, in my opinion, it is up there at the level of Rocky. That's how phenomenal this film is. And we're talking about Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull. Now, this is a story of Jake LaMotta, played by Robert De Niro, and it is a biopic about Jake LaMotta. And it is the chemistry in this film between Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. I mean, it's iconic. It's mainly why they worked in so many films together, is because, one, they're really good friends, obviously with Martin Scorsese, but they work so well together. And I think the story of this is so well done. And the reason I really, really liked this one, especially over the Criterion release, is, one, you are getting it in Dolby Vision. 2, you're getting a brand new audio mix with this, where the dialogue can be easily heard. And I think this box set, just visually, is incredible. You're getting 4K. Well, here's your movie with the 4K and the Blu-ray in here in its own case. You're getting a separate case with all of the special features, plus a hardback book and a nice, really awesome rigid box. I think this release is such an incredible release. Imprint knocked it out of the park with this one. We have got Raging Bull from Imprint Films. Guys, moving on to number 7. This one, I'm kind of putting these two films as one. And these are both from Arrow Video. And we have got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning. Now, out of these two, which one do I prefer? I prefer the remake a lot better than the beginning, but they're both great films. The first one, of course, directed by Marcus Nispel, the guy who brought us the Friday the 13th remake. And this is another one of those films, especially this one, and a little bit of this one, that people were just clamoring for the longest time. And when we all heard about the partnership that Arrow got with Warner Brothers, especially when Arrow put out the Friday the 13th remake, and then Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, everyone goes, well, where's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remakes? And wow, these were incredible. The special features in here are spectacular. And these are kind of ones that you want to get together because there's some special features on the remake disc that reference the beginning, so they're kind of tied together as one release, I think, in my opinion. Excellent release from Arrow Video. That's going to be my number 7 pick. Kind of a twofer. We have got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and The Beginning. Moving on to number 6. Now, this one is actually a brand new film that came out this year. And I gotta say, for a horror film, this might be my favorite horror film of the year. I had such a good time with this. The whole time I was in the theater, I was white-knuckling the chair. Had such a great time. You get the Philippou brothers, Bring Her Back. This film is just this dark, twisted, kind of possession film in a way where this woman loses her daughter and she decides to foster another little girl to take the place of her daughter by trying to put her daughter's soul who passed away into this new girl. And man, you want to talk about just some disgusting stuff in here. Wow. Of course, Philippou Brothers, they brought us Talk to Me, and they came back with this. And man, they went full force with this film, and I absolutely love it. Check it out, guys. This is from A24. We have got Bring Her Back. Guys, number 5. This one right here, this is another studio release from Warner Brothers. And this we're talking about The Conjuring. This is one, for me personally at least, is might be my favorite horror film of, I think this came out in the 2010s. So up there is one of my favorite modern horror films. James Wan's The Conjuring. It's a story about one of the cases from Ed and Lorraine Warren. And this was long overdue to get a 4K. And man, Warner Brothers did a great job with this 4K. I do have the Blu-ray, and comparing them, man, it's almost like in certain scenes they turn on the lights. It's just your typical stuff that you would see in a 4K transfer, and it's just leaps and bounds better, I think, than the Blu-ray, in my opinion. But they added new special features with this, which is very rare to see with studio releases, and that's why Night of the Living Dead ranks so highly for me for that reason. And same with this. Now, it doesn't have as much new special features as Night of the Living Dead did, but it still has some new ones, and plus it being one of my favorite modern horror films, I had to throw this one in here. We've got, what is this, number 5, The Conjuring. Guys, number 4. This is the third film in this trilogy of films that Arrow was doing this year, and for it being the third film, I think it is the best, and in this trilogy, they just get better and better and better, and we've got Clint Eastwood and Sergio Leone's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And this film, man, I did a full in-depth review of this, so check that out if you want to hear my thoughts on the film and kind of dive into the meaning of a lot of different shots of the film and how it was filmed. One thing that I think is so cool about this film is it ends where Fistful of Dollars begins, kind of, so it's a never-ending kind of circle of a story. And again, with the special features, Arrow gave us pretty much everything you could probably get on this film. There's a documentary in here about this group recreating the duel at the end of the film. They went to the location and rebuilt the duel in the cemetery. I think that the documentary is really awesome. If you guys are able to pick up this release from Arrow Video, I highly suggest you guys do, even if it's a standard version, because they're going to have the same special features, although the booklet in here is incredible as well. But that's going to be my number 4 pick. We have The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly from Arrow Video. Guys, number 3, we are moving over to Second Sight, and this was another first-time watch for me, and this film is creepy as hell. We have got When Evil Lurks. This is like a new take on a possession film, and man, it is just, man, this film just kept me on edge right from the start. The guy that gets possessed, kind of, and they take him out of town, it's disgusting. And then, of course, this scene, and I mean, Second Sight is, they're very ballsy for putting this as the cover for this release. That scene, like I said, I had never seen this film before, and when this scene happens, my jaw was on the floor. My eyes were as wide as they could be, and I kind of had to pause it for a second and be like, oh my gosh, what did I just watch? And I think my wife was kind of sitting in the room at the time. She goes, what are you watching? You know what I mean? And I looked at her and said, I gotta be honest, babe, I don't even know. It's nuts, but I love the movie. I thought it was an awesome, awesome release. Second Sight, with their ability to get the people involved in whatever film they're releasing, I think is incredible. They did such a great job. The transform of this looks great, as Second Sight usually does. So anyways, there's my number 3 pick, When Evil Lurks. Guys, number 2, this is going to be another kind of two-for. I'm putting them together. They release at the same time. They're part of this Film Vault line from Vice Press. And we have got The Shining and the Poltergeist. Why do I love these so much? I mean, one, obviously the films are fantastic, but the steelbooks that they have in here are incredible. All the little extra like posters and different art cards and stuff that they threw in here, it's just, look, it's not necessary. I'm not saying that this is a must buy. I don't think it's a must buy. I think this is for a certain kind of collector that wants all those extras to look good on the shelf. That's what these are. And they definitely scratched that itch for me. So that's going to be my number 2 pick. We have got Stanley Kubrick's The Shining and Tobe Hooper's The Poltergeist. All right, guys, we have got one more to talk about. And yeah, I'll say I guess this is my number 1 if I'm ranking my favorites from Q3 of 2025. Guys, if you know what released during that time within the physical media community, you guys probably know what I'm going to be talking about here. But we have this bad boy right here. The Nightmare on Elm Street 7-film 4K Steelbook Collection from Warner Brothers. I think this is just in my opinion, a museum level release. It's incredible. The way they did this outer box design of Freddy's sweater. You've got kind of the rips throughout, as you guys can see here, the rips in his sweater. You could see even kind of up here, if you look closely, if I can get it just in the light, kind of the burn of his skin is etched in there. You've got that embossed up there. And then all the films finally in 4K. We're getting 3D glasses with this. We're getting brand new uncut versions of some of the films. And let me tell you, the 4Ks look great. Now, of course, we already did get the first Nightmare on Elm Street last year, which I do have. So that one, you know, most people already had it. We were all excited to get 2 through 7. We finally got it. And man, this is going to be one of my favorite pieces of my collection, probably forever. I love this release. It's crazy that this came out this year. I mean, 2025, along with some other releases that already came out earlier this year, 2025 has been such an amazing year if you're a physical media collector. And I can only hope 2026 is going to be just as good as 2025 has been. So there's my number 1 pick for Q3 of 2025. We have got the Nightmare on Elm Street 7-film 4K collection. And guys, there's my top 10 picks. Let me know down below what your 10 favorite picks have been for the month. What did I say? July, August, September of 2025. And heck, put down your top 10 favorite physical media releases that came out in 2025 so far. I'd love to see what you guys' thoughts are. And yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And of course, you all take care.